Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to NBC Sports Washington. I'm Natalie Chuck, and today we'll be catching you up on all of the hot highlights from this summer in the D.C. area. Now, this victory is a big one for the Gamecocks because 2 of their 3 losses have been outside of Colonial Life Arena. Although Clemson football stomped Florida State on Saturday 45-14, the Carolina Gamecocks are the ones who are the talk of Sports Town on this Wednesday. It feels like it's just been drama this season for the Gamecocks, and officiating crews are still making headlines after last weekend's football game between South Carolina Gamecocks and Florida. 2 former Gamecock alums now find themselves as opponents in the NFC West. The Gamecocks are preparing for their road game against the University of Tennessee this weekend at 4 p.m., a game which Tennessee's quarterback won't be on the field for. I was working that basketball game actually when she had her career start. I gotta say, Boston is the girl on the Gamecocks women's basketball to watch this season. She is gonna be a star. Other coaches in the Carolinas are settling into some adjustments. That is, of course, the Carolina Panthers. Speaking of taking home gold, deciding games are in full swing for Major League Baseball, and the Washington Nationals decided that they are going to the World Series for the first time in franchise history. The Curly W reigned victorious 7-4 against the Cardinals for the 4th game in a row last night at Nationals Park. Nats hit the ground running with a 7-run first inning, and Daniel Hudson sealed the deal,
Washington Nationals,
bringing the World Series to D.C. for the first time since 1933. We don't have a lot to look forward to with weather, it seems like, but we do in sports. Women's soccer just keeps giving the Gamecocks something to smile about. The team clinched the number 2 seed in the NCAA tournament after being crowned SEC champs last Sunday. The women will host Samford at 6 p.m. on Saturday evening in the opening round of the tournament. The men's team, though, they'll get their footwork in tomorrow night when they take on Florida International in the opening round of the Conference USA tournament. Now, that game will be in Norfolk, Virginia, so we can't go to it, but you can catch all the action on ESPN Plus at 7 p.m. 2 former Gamecock alums now find themselves as opponents in the NFC West. In last night's nail-biter, Deebo Samuel for the San Francisco 49ers and Jadeveon Clowney, now with the Seattle Seahawks, both had standout performances for their teams. In just the first half, Samuel racked up 70 yards in 4 receptions, thanks to plays just like this one. Samuel with a 30-yard gain for the 49ers, and not to mention, this is his rookie year, but it was defensive end Clowney on a smooth little scoop and score that you're going to see right here, racking up points for his team. Take a look there right after this at San Francisco's reactions to Clowney. He was just a boss all game, and Clowney had a total of 5 quarterback hits last night. Seahawks ultimately served the 49ers their first loss of the season in overtime by a field goal, 27-24. We have officially transitioned from football season to indoor basketball season, which is great with that rain coming our way. The Carolina Gamecock men's basketball team is now 6-3 after squeezing out a win 84-80 over the University of Massachusetts in their first true road game last night. Now, this victory is a big one for the Gamecocks because 2 of their 3 losses have been outside of Colonial Life Arena away, but home team advantage couldn't save UMass. Top scorer A.J. Lawson racked up over a quarter of the Gamecocks' points with 24 in just 35 minutes of playtime. And sophomore Keyshawn Bryant made his comeback to the court. Last night marked his 2019 season debut after a knee injury back in October. But Bryant clearly hasn't gotten rusty as he was the team's 3rd top scorer of the night with 13 points. The men will take on the University of Houston for their next game at noon this Sunday at home. Now, the Gamecock women's basketball team is currently ranked 6th in the nation in the AP poll. Summer Hector went to learn more about the people who are a crucial part of the team's success on the court. Women's basketball will face off against Temple University in Pennsylvania this Saturday, but at their next home game against Purdue on December 15th, you can find the men's practice squad sitting right behind the bench cheering on their teammates. Taking you a little further from home, all the way over to the Philippines, South Carolina senior women's golfer Louis K. Go is tied for 4th with 1 round left in the 2019 Southeast Asia Games. Go shot under 2 under today, leaving her just 1 stroke away from 3rd place. More women making Gamecock Nation proud. Women's soccer head coach Shelly Smith and assistants Jamie Smith and Clark McCarthy earned Southeastern Region Staff of the Year. The honor is voted on by coaches in the region and follows the end of their 2019 season as SEC champions. Other coaches in the Carolinas are settling into some adjustments. That is, of course, the Carolina Panthers. Yesterday was interim head coach Perry Fuel's first day of practice in his new position after former head coach Ron Rivera was fired earlier this week. And along with practice, Fuel held his first presser as Panthers head coach. Here is what he had to say about keeping the team's head in the game as they close out the season.
Making sure that not only the staff but the players, that we're all rowing in the same direction. Because there's emotions that are involved, and you have to take the emotions out of it. You have to focus on the objective. And so just making sure that I can get the team to focus on the objective.
Fuel will be coaching the final 4 games of 2019, beginning with their game against the Atlanta Falcons in Georgia this Sunday at 1 p.m. And the Panthers will be an interesting team to follow along with, as it's definitely going to affect the draft, the NFL draft, and next season with a new head coach. That whole program's being revamped.
Right. That's